welcome to a very, very late show. Actually, 15 minutes late. Show of Star Geeks. Welcome all. And Ed, what's up?
Not a thing. Just happy to be back. Talk
Yeah.
some wars.
Some war. Is there a lot of wars stuff? to
Nah,
talk
but
about?
that's the joy of doing this is that it doesn't matter. There could be nothing going on, and I can still talk about Star Wars for hours. So
Yeah. Did you get a chance to check out that Doug Chang thing on with Andy Savage? Adam Savage?
I have it on my queue list, but I haven't watched it yet.
Dude.
Oh, I know. And Adam Savage is fantastic. I love him.
Fantastic. But I gotta show you like some little bit of clips of some shit. I'm like, dude, if somebody comes out with this mess, I am going to be so happy. I'm just waiting. Let me see if yeah, here it is. It was such a good, like, I'm gonna play some of it, but I'm not gonna play all of it. But man, some of the shit that he was talking about, it was beautiful. Like all this stuff, like, because Doug Chang worked on like pretty much all of look. I mean, just his artwork alone. I actually ordered the book, the Doug Chang book, so that'll be coming probably next week. But just his artwork is just phenomenal, just so good. Look at that shit, man. Like Doug Chang is like Macquarie in many ways. Like shit that he created, like, and it's like his autobiography of things he just created and just things he did, and like they're walking through Lucasfilms and like, dude, you gotta see, like, hold on. Like, he worked on T2, like, he worked on a lot of like art wise, like, artistically, like he worked on a lot of stuff. And like when you go through, because I mean Lucasfilm is, that picture right there is iconic on its own. But there's like things that he was inspired by. Like it was just like look at this. And hold up. Look at like this wing, this ship that was just a prototype. I don't even think they even used it, but like, man, like look how that looks just beautiful. And like they show like everything, but then there's this moment, man, where they walk in there and all these maquettes like all over the place. And I'm just like, yo, Doug Chang, man, like Lucasfilms, this is not like it's just like, to me, it's just like, this is the stuff that I love. I love the maquettes. I love, like, what Regal Robot does with all their stuff. And like this stuff right here is beautiful. And the way it's laid out and like just everything in general, it just looks great. And like I would love to have one of these maquettes. Like I'm waiting for Regal Robot to do one now. Like they have to do some of these maquettes, but I think they don't have the rights to what's in Lucasfilms. Like I'm not sure which part that they don't have rights to yet.
So that is a room that you would love to be in, but they would have to watch you closely.
Oh, dude, they would have to watch me so closely, like ridiculously. Like just like him, like show, like, oh, he right here he talks about how, like, they built all that stuff in the room, in that void room, and like you can fly, like he's flying there, and he's always wanted to, like, fly a Star Wars fighter, and like, dude, what you could do with that, like, it's just phenomenal to me. That's a ride alone by itself. But
that's fantastic.
Dude, just everything about this, you have to watch this. Like it is highly recommended for any Star Wars fan. Like go check this out. It's definitely worth the watch. It's just a beautiful watch, man. Like really it is. And Doug Chang, I didn't appreciate him as much because I did not like the prequels, but the art alone just cements him as one of the best artists of Star Wars, ever.
That vision is incredible.
Yeah, dude, I envy him. Like literally, like the stuff that he got to do, and he wasn't even trained to like really work on certain things. He learned as he went, and I guess like that's what you do at Lucasfilm. You just learn as you go, And like some of the stuff that he learned, I mean, he was already a great artist, but he learned how to do like it was trial and error. Trial and error as an artist, man. I love that part. Like, just he said he'd create half robots, just draw them and create the other and create half, and then the studio, L Street Studios, would just go and take the rest and just create whatever from it. And to me, that's just phenomenal, man. Like the creatives that can do this, man, is just hands down. Doug Chang, one of the best artists, probably. He and McCrory are like on that level. That's to me, that's just a beautiful thing.
And the fact that he's there with Adam Savage, because again, I'm such a big Adam Savage fan, not only from Mythbusters, but he's done a lot of stuff since. So
yeah. So if you're into art like this, man, look, check out Doug Chang's book. It is on Amazon. It's actually discounted, I think like 20% off right now. But get it from Amazon. It's like $218. I think originally it was like $300. So definitely highly recommended book, man. I can't wait to get it in. I'd love to share more of the art. But yeah, cool. That really isn't what I'm sharing. I'm like, I thought that's just a great thing to see. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Anything else, Ed, you did this week?
No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing Star Wars related?
No, but I know we were talking earlier, and just some of the stuff that I've seen and I've read and I've been looking at, I wanted to go back and rewatch Andor.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to congratulate George over the hyperdrive. He just got certified to be part of the he has a Mando costume.
Oh, he's a Mando Merc?
Yeah, he's a part of the what is it?
The 501st?
501st, yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats, because that is not easy by any stretch. I know I've met and talked with a number of the guys and gals from the 501st, and just talking to them and having them like the critical eye when they look at your costume, and they will pick it apart to make sure you qualify. So it is it's not easy to get in. Your armor's got to be top notch.
Yeah, I was gonna try to share it if I can find it. Shit, if he got it, I don't know if he had it on his page or not.
So,
oh yeah, here it is. I'll share it real quick. But congratulations to George, man. He deserves it, man. He's been working hard on that damn thing. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. So, yeah, very good, very cool. But congratulations to George. Yeah, that is it, Ed. I'll let you take it away. Yeah. Go ahead. Do you think? Let me play your audio. It's sometimes I forget Lilo and Steve are here. Sometimes I forget. But go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna let you take it away. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Keep talking.
No problem. So within the news, there is obviously, I'm sure everybody here is aware of the Disney Darth Maul. Well, it's not even Darth Maul because he's no longer a Sith, but Maul Shadow Lord. We did a separate recording, kind of walking through that trailer, just a short one. Pre-recorded? Nope, not today. So with the Shadow Lord, again, check out that separate video that we dropped talking about that. Let's see, the real big thing, which I know we were hoping that Lil would especially be joining us, but I think he's running late. He's caught up in some actual work stuff. And I'll come back to this when Sean's here, because this is more of a conversation piece. But the new Disney CEO as Josh D'Amaro. And the question is what does that mean for Star Wars? I know that Josh D'Amaro is definitely more of the operational side of things with his background as far as his involvement with the parks and everything that's kind of customer facing. So, and I'm also aware that he is much more involved when it comes to the digital aspect and a lot of AI, which was talked about in a conversation that they had in an interview. So, being that he's more involved in park type things and specific to the customer driven part, it'll be interesting to see how he views these different properties and things within Disney and drives that. I know Bob Iger was more in kind of the larger scale, kind of 50,000 feet view of it, which obviously we had some major acquisitions come under Iger's view. So I'm excited because I think with Josh's look, with how not only Disney, when it comes to Star Wars, but also Marvel and other things, how it all ties together with that customer facing aspect as far as parks and merchandising. So I think it will be good for all of these going forward. And I'm assuming that, well, Josh was the driving thought behind what went into Galaxy's Edge. I'm sure that he was also a big part of the big change that's taking place with it. So, in Variety, Ryan Johnson says that he hopes Star Wars brings in fresh voices and filmmakers to tell new stories within the world. And, especially as Kathleen Kennedy exits, I know some people will think it's kind of cruel, but my take on it, who cares?
Who cares about what?
Anything Ryan Johnson has to say about Star Wars ever again. Like,
hey,
quit talking to him about it. Just let him do whatever he wants to do going forward.
No, Destroy 77 is not pre-recorded, brother. Sorry about that, man. We see you, but we trying to do things differently. Sorry about that, brother.
So I brought up the whole thing in the news with regards to Josh D'Amaro and his kind of background. Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. I wanted to ask a little about this one because
I agree.
He actually met this guy, and
I'm sure because of what he was responsible for when it comes to like the parks and the cruise ships. I mean, I'm not surprised he hasn't met him.
I'm curious to see what happens with Star Wars when this guy takes over. I don't know. What has he done? Like, he's done everything for the parks and everything like that, right?
Yeah, he's more operational. You may be absolutely right. It may not be, nothing at all might change.
True, Frankie. You're right. Nothing may fucking change at all, or it might change for the good. Who knows at this point? Like, I don't know this guy. Like, he doesn't really. His credentials are pretty much what he's ran the parks and stuff like that and the ships. So I don't know. I'm very curious though. Like, it's like Bob Iger like stepped in for the last guy, so now he's stepping away again to another guy. So I'm like, is this gonna work? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just hope good things happen. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah. So Taika Waititi says that his Star Wars script tries to harness a little bit more of the fun from the original Star Wars series, which is no surprise given the kind of lighthearted nature his most recent projects have been. And so outgoing Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy describes his script or story as somewhat alive. I have no idea what that means.
Either.
I do enjoy some of Taika's films. I don't know if that new kind of fun vibe feels right in Star Wars with me. I'm sure some people like it, but for me, I don't I don't think it fits what Star Wars is. Now, Star Wars does need to have some of that levity in it. That's always been a part of it. But I don't think his tone sits in there.
Like it's Orion to hold his beer. You know what's funny? I do like Taika. I like everything he does, to be honest. I actually wouldn't mind seeing like kind of a funny Star Wars something like there's a story about these two stormtroopers that like do cleanup. I think it's a comic, and like you could do something like that. Like you have to do something like based off of something, but like the underground part of it. You know, like it'd be like the lower decks or something like that. You know.
All right, so like his spin and Robot Chicken Star Wars, kind of in that vein.
Or was horrible.
I believe me, I know. And Ragnarok that is what scares me.
Ragnarok was okay, but the
Love and Thunder. It was Ragnarok was good, but it was on the edge as far as being too corny, campy for my taste. But let's see. So the writer for Starfighter was telling Screen Rant, no cameos. So he says you're not going to see any of the characters that you've seen in any other movies.
I'm okay with that.
Now, I'm fine with that if he's talking about like characters. But one of my biggest issues with these sequel films is not so much named characters, but creatures and other things that feel Star Wars. I don't want it to be something totally new that you're like, does this really fit? I always like when you have certain species and certain other things that are universal within the galaxy.
Relatable to like calamari, like those calamari characters, or exactly. any alien. Like to me, you can use an alien over and over again in these worlds, and it wouldn't be like, oh no, like you got to have a droid. Like you're not doing cameo characters, but you got to do like characters, like even if they're new characters, and even if they're not the same. Like I don't want to see Admiral Akbar again, but I would like to see a calamari character. I would like to see
Rhodians, Twi'leks, Wookiees, things that feel Star Wars.
Yeah, see, this is where you fucking up at. This is where you're gonna start getting shit, because now you're trying to not use the shit that we've already got, which works for people. And now it's like, okay, what are you doing then?
And I get, they want to expand their creative abilities and they want to broaden the galaxy, and that's fine. I'm fine with adding new things, but you can't discard the old things in place of it.
Right. That's where you start fucking up. That's where you start losing the fans, because now you want to do your little art film, and now everybody is like, well, this wasn't Star Wars. And now you're like, oh, why? Oh, when I filmed it, I had the heart of Star Wars. No, you didn't have the heart of shit, because you didn't use any characters that we fucking love, or like characters that are aliens that like are relatable. And that's the problem with the new Star Wars stuff. Even though they are very relatable, I think that the story just didn't work for that, because I think the Order 66 shit was kind of dope. Like I'm not Order 66, but the New Order stuff, I thought that was dope. I love the new stormtroopers at first. Like I thought they were really cool.
Starfighter.
Yeah, but they didn't use any of that stuff. Like they didn't use it well enough for us to be like, oh, okay, these stormtroopers do suck, but like we don't care enough about them. And like Dr. Phas, but Captain Phasma. Like it was a great fucking character. That character was dope as shit. But the line, like they didn't do anything for the character at all.
Yeah.
So like there's things that are hit and misses, but like I don't know, man. I'm hoping this is gonna be cool, but
I would love to not consider it canon. But unfortunately, that's not something we get to determine.
Yeah, right.
So
they tripping. I don't know what they talking about, but but you should not have said, don't listen. I wish directors just wouldn't say shit. Like, don't say nothing. All we want to hear is, oh yeah, I'm making a good Star Wars movie. I think the fans is gonna love it. Yeah. Stop talking so much. I'm not doing any of this shit. Like, yo, you are going to kill your fan base, dog, and everyone's gonna hate this movie because you say dumb shit. Stop saying stupid shit.
Yeah, don't feed the online trolls.
Yeah, that's what you doing, man.
Don't
like,
feed them.
Listen, if I was directing Star, I'm like, yo, my shit is dope. We got everything in this thing. We're gonna do whatever. And then when y'all see it and you don't like whatever, like, okay, fine. But don't start yourself down the track of I'm not using any of the characters that aren't canon. Yo, you crazy. You already done sunk your ship already, man.
All right, so Lucasfilm is reworking Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie into a Disney Plus project, and it's kind of along the lines of Heir to the Empire, which, I mean, fits in with what he's doing, because we know when it comes to Ahsoka, and we know with the way that everything's kind of shaping up with regards to that, so I'm fine with it. Again,
so Dave Filoni's not going to do a movie yet.
Well, it sounds like they're reworking it to be more of a Disney Plus show, but they keep going back and forth. So, I mean, you figure they took The Mandalorian, which was a show, and then reworked it to become a feature film, and now they're taking a feature film and reworking it to go back to Disney Plus. I mean, I don't care which way you bring it to me, as long as you're making sure that it's good content, like the Obi-Wan series. Enjoyable, would have been a better movie than it was a show. And we saw that from the Pattinson cut. Pattinson cut was what, I mean, there was too much. It's like they needed to fill to give you the, whatever it was, 6-8 hours of content. So they packed so much crap in it that when you edited it down to a 2-hour movie, it's like, okay, this is much more enjoyable in this format.
Yeah. I don't, man. Like, see, you know what? I kind of wish that this Filoni film kind of took place after the First Order, like not before the First Order thing, because now it's like, oh man, you had this strong ass villain, in this time frame, and like when we got stuck with Snoke,
like, I still think that what he's proposing is what brings about the First Order. Yeah. That because of what Thrawn does when he comes back and how he revives the Empire, and it'll give us a direct link to go, okay, well, how did we all of a sudden have this First Order entity that seems very much like the Empire, but I thought we stopped, like it's kind of didn't make sense. So
yeah, I don't. I think Thrawn is just a better villain overall.
Oh, yeah.
I think. I mean, I like. This could be just better than the whole sequel movies, like all. I mean, actually,
that's not a high bar to set.
I know, like let's be honest. I think at this point, the Mando universe is better than the sequel movies altogether. Right?
I don't think that's a question.
Yeah, I think if you take Mando, Ahsoka, and just kind of add those two together, like I think this is already better than what 7, 8, or no, I would say 8 and 9. I like 7, but 8 and 9, terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure the board had a lot to do with that, because let's face it, they make more money from theatrical releases than they do from Disney Plus shows.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
And that would be the case. I wouldn't mind seeing this as a movie. I don't know. Now, as far as a good Disney Plus show, and this will be interesting to see with Dave Filoni taking the helm, since he sat right next to Lucas and learned at his right hand. Could Dave Filoni give us the long-shelved Lucas project, Star Wars Underworld?
Oh, well,
I would love for him to pick this up and run with it.
No,
because
you know what Filoni's going to do? He's going to make it an animated movie. He's going to make it an animated show.
See, and this is the thing. I know that when he took over and we had the conversation that as much as I like Dave, my biggest concern is that he was not a fan of Andor, which is potentially some of the best Star Wars we've gotten in a while.
I don't understand how he can not be a fan of Andor.
I agree. I would think that, if you kind of take what we got from Andor and you kind of mesh that together with a lot of the really cool Star Wars vibes we get from the Mandalorian, and you put that together to give us this, oh my God.
Yeah.
And they had apparently like 60 scripts, all good and ready to go. That part of the problem was that Lucas's vision for this couldn't be done technically or within a budget to make it justifiable for television.
Right.
That's all changed now with having the volume and other things. Now, I'm sure that board members will look at it and go, well, we saw what Andor cost us, and we can't go down that route. But I think you could give us a really well produced show like this.
Yeah, but the problem with that is you got to have main character. Who's going to be your main character of the underworld? Like that's something that you got to kind of fit into it. Like, are you doing a new character? Like, that's a whole build up, dude. Like, you got to really kind of set something right with that, because you just can't focus on just different things in the underworld. Like, you got to focus on one character and tell a story, and then it's got to be more characters you got to tell a story with. So, like, that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. And Frankie, I know you want Boba Fett done right. I know, dude, but unfortunately, we ain't getting Boba Fett again, I don't think. I think that ship has mighty sailed. Like it may be gone. Unfortunately. Sad, but it ain't happened. At the moment, you need to set the bar low with Star Wars. Yo, Zombie, I agree. Like the bar has got to be kind of low. I don't know.
So if anybody's got some extra spending money lying around, apparently there's a home down in Disney with its own Star Wars theater, and this house is for sale for the low price of $14 million. Oh, now, the house itself,
is that an Airbnb?
I can't imagine that it's an Airbnb. The house itself is beautiful, as far as it being a very big, well done house down in Florida.
Adam is correcting you. He said that he enjoyed Andor and it has a place, but it's not the focus. He is more Star Wars was for younger audiences. Okay.
Well, it was when I was younger, but I don't mind having something with a little more adult tone to it now.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm fine with a mix. We talked about that with some of the Marvel things, how, they gave us different tones when the movies were really good. So, but check this out in this house.
It is the geeks.
And that is a theater room. Oh my God.
That's nice. It is nice. Damn, that's nice as shit.
Yeah.
You gotta pay with Republic credits.
The credits aren't good here.
That is nice. God,
something more real. So yeah.
Is that the only picture you have?
Yeah, it's the only one that I could find of that theater room. That's the front end, and that's behind it.
Oh, that is nice.
Kind of like the bar. I mean, goodness.
Damn, that's nice.
Yeah.
Ed, I'm gonna need you to come over and start building that in the basement down here. Like, we just start building shit.
Well, this is the decor that I've always envisioned for the comic book store.
Shit.
Because, like I said, my vision for a comic book collectible toy store was I want it to feel like it's the comic book shop on the Death Star.
Oh, shit.
That's always been the vision.
You can build that shit too. I know you can build it.
Oh, no, we'll build it. I really didn't see much in regards as far as collectible stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can't figure out. Oh, there's my mouse. But
there's not a lot out there.
No, I didn't see with your maquette. I didn't see these the first time we talked about it.
Oh, I didn't show those either. I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, but it kind of goes hand in hand with the maquette that I know you'll have before too long.
Yeah, I did. At least I do. I'm actually happy I got this. Like, I'm very excited. I can't wait for it to come in. It'll definitely be a nice piece added to my collection. I didn't care about the sketches. I don't really care about the sketches though. Like, I appreciate artists, like, because I'm an artist. I love art, but I don't collect other people's art, which is really weird. Like, I really don't. I don't know why. I'll collect the art book or art books, but individual artists, like I just don't do it. I don't know why. It's weird. Like I just have this weird thing. Like if it's not like a Macquarie piece of artwork, or that's really it, to be honest. Yeah, and like art posters and stuff like that. But I don't collect art.
You collect art books.
Yeah, I collect art books, but I don't collect art from other artists. You think I would though? Weird. Yeah. Trench Runner comics and collectibles. Ed.
I'm writing that down because I want to look it
up.
Adam.
That sounds dope though. Like, yo, that really is a nice name. That's a really good fucking comic book shop. I mean, when Ed opens up the comic book shop, all this stuff is going over there anyway. Like the Han Solo and Carbonite's definitely going over there.
Bring it.
Yeah, I got to get rid of this thing, and at least I know that you're going to take it at some point.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be nice in the shop too.
Oh, without question. That might be one of those things that, I pay you for, and then I just put like some crazy price on it so no one ever buys it.
Ever buy? Yeah, pretty much. Like, shit, what I got it for, I got it for a steal.
So yes, this has always been my vision. As an entrepreneur, I have a few businesses, and my son has known since he was very little that everything that I have leads there eventually. But I also recognize that comic book collectible toy stores are tough to make a living at if you're using it as something to live off of. Yeah. So that's why it's a future retirement job, something that I won't need to generate an income from. I'm going to do it as a passion project. That's the goal.
Yeah. He'll retire before me, but I'll be there a lot.
Oh, I'm just going to be there.
I'm pretty sure all my collectibles at some point are going to go to that shop. Now, granted, we probably don't even want to sell those. We'll just put an astronomical price on them, and it'll just be there. But I don't know. I think that's gonna be really cool, Ed, when we get to that point.
Yeah, well, like I said, I
can't wait.
It's at least 5 years out because I got to get my kids through college. Because
of course, I got to get mine through college too. So.
Yeah, that's got to take priority. But after that, that's the game of the game.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I know, like I said, we covered this in a separate when we watched the trailer.
We did.
And walked through it. But I did put together, because it got me going down a rabbit hole of my own, just a little bit of background information about Darth Maul as it fits within canon. Because as we know, when it comes to Star Wars characters, there's canon and there's legend, and you can go deep on both. Yeah. But with regards to the canon aspect, so Maul is in canon.
I was going to say, I just want to let everybody know, Ed's about to open up a can of whip ass on the knowledge, so just be prepared for this, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'm sure some of the folks here have read a bunch of the comics and are familiar with this, but for those who don't know, so Darth Maul is the child of Mother Talzin, and he has two other siblings. Yes. One of the sons of Dathomir. So so it's Maul, Savage, and Farrell. Now, when Maul is born, Mother Talzin recognizes that he is very powerful within the Force, and she's not the only one who notices it. So does Sidious. So he heads down to Dathomir to pay her a visit. The two of them kind of go at it and almost comparing powers and abilities, and they come to a truce, and Sidious kind of sells her on this idea of, we're going to work together.
I wonder if they're going to show this in the Maul show.
I would love some flashbacks.
I would too.
So he convinces her, like, we're going to work together and combine our powers, and he's doing it just to pull one over on her because he's basically there to steal Darth Maul. Well, Maul at the time. And because he does that and scoops him up and takes off into the galaxy, that's why she has such a hatred for him forever going forward. Now, in his raising of Maul, At one point, he takes him to Malachor, which is a planet that was the location of a huge Sith and Jedi battle.
Mm-hmm.
As they go, there's all of these bodies that are in various states of kind of destruction. Maul, Sidious has Maul breathe in the ash from one of the dead Sith warriors, and he kind of goes into kind of like a dreamlike state. Almost think of Luke in the dark side cave on Dagobah. And while there, he kind of gets transported and is experiencing the battle through all of these Sith warriors and feels all of the anger, all of the pain, being pierced by thousands of lightsabers.
Damn.
And in doing so, this, I think, becomes one of the fundamental points in Maul's character going forward. And this is why he has such a hatred and wants revenge on the Jedi.
Is Maul being set up for a cinematic stuff, or is this like whatever the F that General Thrawn zombie stuff was about? No, Maul takes place before all that. Like during the Rebels time, like before Rebels, actually, right? I would say during the Solo time, probably.
Well, it's before Solo, because it will lead up to that.
Yeah, because he's the head of the Crimson Dawn.
Correct. Okay. It's kind of giving us that backstory.
Yeah, cool.
Darth Maul's double-sided lightsaber is inspired from Exar Kun. Exar Kun was apparently the first, because he was a very powerful Sith back in the day, the first one to both develop that double-sided saber technology and how it works. Apparently, it's extremely difficult to wield and is really meant for extreme offensive fighting styles.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
So at some point, I'll probably go through and do and go into some of like an Exar Kun or other
cool
historic figures.
No, Bath Time he's not going to be in any cinema stuff that we know of anyway.
So Sidious tells Maul, you cannot use your saber, because again, part of his grand plan is Sidious is setting everything up to create all the conflict, to build the Empire. He does not want the Sith revealed, but he has Maul in all of his training and going off and doing things. Part of his training is going off and fighting some of the worst and most dangerous creatures in the galaxy with regular weapons, like Rathtars, just to hone those just kick-ass fighting skills that, while it was a really good lightsaber fight, we really didn't get enough of it.
No, we didn't.
So Sidious gives him a mission and says, you know what? These pirates took a Nemoidian who, because he's setting up the whole thing with the Trade Federation, he wants this Nemoidian rescued. Sends Maul off to do it. Maul makes short work of all of the pirates, just kicking all of their asses. One of the pirates apparently confuses Maul for a Jedi, because let's face it, nobody knows what a Sith is at this point in time. In the pirates' attempt to try to save himself, he tells Maul about a Jedi Padawan who was captured by the Xerius cartel, like another crime syndicate. Well, Maul, because of his hatred of the Jedi, and he wants to fight a Jedi so bad it's making him insane, he's going to go off and follow up on this himself. Now, in order to do so, he kills everybody, including the Nemoidian he's supposed to rescue. He follows the trail, ends up going to Nar Shaddaa, gets into a huge fight there. Again, can't use his lightsaber because he can't let anybody know who he is. Kicks a ton of ass, finds this Jedi Padawan, Eldra Katis, I think it's how it's pronounced. She's being held prisoner and she's being auctioned off. She gets sold, gets on a ship. Maul gets on the ship along with them because he's thinking, I'm going to go and Welcome aboard.
Came in with a suit.
I ran upstairs just so I could be here with you guys.
Oh, I appreciate you. You didn't have to though, man. We're almost done.
I figured I checked in real quick, and I don't know if you saw. I said hi on the message.
There's some great audio comics here on the tube for these comic runs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
So she's the head of the crime syndicate that has sold that Jedi Padawan. She gets loaded onto the ship. Maul goes on there. Now, she's devious because what she does.
Now, wait, my question to you is this the Padawan that is in the cartoon that's coming
out? No.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay, thank you.
So the criminal underworld has this whole thing set up. So they sell her. So they make their money from the sale. They also sabotage the ship that she gets put on. So as they're leaving, they blow up a portion of the ship, forcing it to crash on a planet. Now, they don't know Maul's with her. And basically, she's also now selling the rights for bounty hunters to go to the planet to hunt this Jedi. So she's making money all sorts of ways. But Maul is now down on this planet with her. At first, the two of them work together to stop all these bounty hunters and to save themselves. But, you know, the whole reason that Maul did this whole thing is that he's there to fight and kill a Jedi. So technically, she is the first Jedi in 1,000 years to know of the existence of the Sith. But she doesn't know it for very long because he kills her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know it's not her.
Enough said.
Yeah. So he gets to do everything he wanted. He ends up going back to that cartel and kills all of them too, because he realizes there can be no one left alive who knows what he is and what he did, because Sidious had warned him, don't you dare get yourself revealed or I will kill you myself. So he finishes this whole side mission, goes back to Sidious, and I'm sure this is a big shock. Darth Sidious knew about everything the entire time and kind of set it up as a test, and was actually proud of him for the way he pulled it off and kept it secret.
Good.
So Sidious takes him back to Malachor one more time, where he does the same sort of thing with the ashes of a deceased Sith warrior. Now, in this kind of vision, he actually visions himself as a Jedi. But it doesn't sit well with him, and he rages out, and in the vision kills this Jedi family and those who are kind of thinking he's good and praising him as part of another one of his lessons, which this is what takes place just before what we see in The Phantom Menace, where he talks about, and that's why he gives the line, like, finally we get to reveal ourselves to the Jedi, and finally I get my revenge, because he's just been driven by that revenge for the Jedi. And we know from the future that this carries on, because revenge is his primary driver in everything.
Well,
he wants revenge against Obi-Wan, the Jedi. He wants revenge against Sidious. He's just pissed off the world.
Yeah, Obi-Wan made real quick work of him, though.
Well, he did, and we thought it was the end, but between his Zabrak biology, his power in the dark side, he keeps himself alive, ends up in basically the dumpster, and is taken off to Lotho Minor, which is a trash planet, which is where he's able to fashion his kind of spider body, and he goes insane. Yeah, and I think we would just kind of leave it there, just as the backstory.
Yeah.
And just after Phantom Menace.
Ed, always congratulations. Whoever stayed on for Ed's story time, it is always appreciated. Allah, I wanted to ask you a quick question. How do you feel about the transfer of power?
It's good.
Yeah. Can't say much.
I mean, I don't know anything, so like,
yeah, no, I don't think
I like Josh. I think
Yeah.
Josh is a really great leader.
Mhm.
He's really into bringing a lot of creative knowledge into the parks and everything. You know, from where I stand in the few years I've been here,
Mhm.
I think he'll be great for the company.
Nice. Okay. That's why I just wanted to get your, your, your.
Yeah, I was actually when I clicked on and you guys were on. I guess my message didn't go through, but I said hello. Yeah, you guys were talking about this, and I was like, "Oop, turn that off."
Well, we appreciate your insight, man. That's all.
Yeah, no, Josh is great. So
Yeah, no, he looks like a nice dude. Like, I've seen like videos of him. He was in the parks and stuff like that. So cool guy, man. Like, we'll see what happens, man.
And I know some of the folks I think even commented like, you even wonder from our perspective in this show with its relation to Star Wars, how much impact does the CEO really have when it kind of filters down into this portion of it? I mean,
well, there's a board and all that kind of shit.
Well, not only that, I mean, Dana is she's the chief creative officer now, right? Dana Walden.
Yeah.
And so she's going to have a lot of say in a lot of that stuff. She's merging a lot of that in. So, I mean, it's not just Josh. It's going to be it's a collective.
Yeah, always.
And Bob's even been big a proponent on that. Like, I think we've talked about it here, like tying in, especially with the theatrical, into the parks, into the streaming, into everything, into the toys, into all that stuff. And it's never going to be 100% perfect for any company. A lot of companies drop the ball, and when a movie is a hit that they wouldn't expect to be a hit, and they don't have the merch ready for it. Even Star Wars when it first came out, right? Like the 12 pack of figures like was never out.
Yeah.
Like how long did that take to get in? So it's like nowadays you see it less happen, but it still happens. Like I remember lots of movies that have come out where you don't get the merch. And then there's movies where you get the merch before the movie comes out, and those movies don't do well. And they don't hit with the audience. It's always talking about, that's why I talk a lot about when we talk about theatrical releases and box office.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to hit not just us as the core fan. It's got to hit everyone. And if it doesn't hit everyone, I'm sorry. It could be the best movie that we've seen for our fandom. But if it doesn't hit everyone and it's not making that money back because they invested a ton, it doesn't matter. It's not going to go anywhere. But then that's why I said, like, and I go back to, the love for Marvel, and people complain, oh, this is a Marvel flop. It's not, because if you look at the investment and the return on investment, because everybody's just talking box office.
Yeah.
But nobody looks at the tertiary cost and the impact across, right? So with Disney, toys, figures, comics, movies, streaming, park impact, right? So you look at that thing all the way down, how many different levers are pulled.
Yeah.
The movie might not have done great, but it still pulled a ton of levers. For a while there, I think Thunderbolts was like one of the highest streaming movies out there, and like, what does that bring? What does that value bring? And so I see it continuing. The parks are bringing in Monsters Land, Cars Land, here you've seen the changes already at Disneyland, or the changes are coming to Disneyland for Star Wars. And I think that's just going to continue to brew, right? It's not going to be all IP based, but a lot of it is going to be new IP that they're developing. And then IP, just like we just saw, I mean, Zootopia 2 is closing in on $1.8 billion.
I haven't watched that movie yet.
It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. I mean,
I know. It's amazing.
But it's a smooth kids movie that hits every quadrant, right? Grandparents are going to take the kids, and grandparents are going to have fun with it. It's not like it's not a movie that's like Shakespeare, but it's going to be something that just the whole audience can love. So I don't see a lot of that changing. I just see that continuing to enhance.
Cool. Well, thank you, Lil, for your insight. We appreciate you, like always. Sometimes.
I know.
All right. That is it. I think we had a couple comments. Is he like some kind of reflection of Anakin, the body machine? Bath Time 1989. You have a lot of questions, and I think Ed can answer those.
Well, I don't know if it's a reflection. We see that a lot in Star Wars, that, given that where it fits in the technological timeline, everybody's always losing a limb or something and replacing it with some type of robotic part. I think and we see various phases of that for Darth Maul.
I think the reflection is Luke to Anakin, right? Because they both lost the same hand at this, at that time, and which path did they take? So,
Ed, can you do this for Son of Dathomir comic before we get Shadow Lord? It has important info.
Yep, I got it in my notes.
Boom, there you go.
Add it to the list.
One of those who got the Star Wars no figure card background for Christmas.
The figures came in spring, exactly. See, that's the thing, right?
We must be about the same age, because my birthday is in March, and that was when I started getting Star Wars figures. Was almost a full year after the movie came out.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet. Neither was Sean.
Neither was I. All right, Ed, you said it all. We talked about it all. We did everything we could. Alil came in with a suit and tie, looking all fly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, we'll have some new stuff next week. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you check out the Geeks on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to be here this weekend, but I have
decided to take every Saturday off.
I have a lot of stuff, dude. That Pittsburgh trip was brutal. But that's it. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
And this is Ed.
And may the force be with you.
Always.
I'm waiting.
Oh, you were late on the draw this week.
I had the volume down.
Later.